All right, happy Tuesday, August 9th. Can't believe it's already Tuesday. We are in back to school mode. So with back to school mode, ACP is a huge option for you guys to crush your sales. Want to go over kind of the basic of ACP and then some tactics to really get the most bang for your buck, make you guys all that cash money. We're all in sales to make money. So I want to make sure you guys are fully trained, fully prepped, and ready to rock when it comes to ACP. With that said, can you guys hear me okay, and can you see my screen?
Got you loud and clear.
All right. So let's talk about getting started. If you're on this call and maybe you haven't jumped full into the ACP pool yet, one, what are you waiting for? I think that the missing piece there is training. So thanks for being on this call, because once you're trained on this, and I know employees are the biggest resource you guys have. So if you're a new hire on this call, thanks for joining. Once you get trained, it's just a little bit of a different system to sell, but man, you got to master it, because we have doors doing 40-50% of their monthly volume, all from ACP sales, and they're getting paid just like it's a new activation. Think of supply and demand curve, right? It's how I always like to think about it. And I'm thinking about the phone program with ACP right now, right? The $50 rate plan you guys sell with Boost is the exact same rate plan you can sell for $20 on ACP, but your store gets paid the same as if it was a $50 new activation. So if I have two identical products, one costs $50, one costs $20, what can I sell more of? Obviously that 20, right? This is where ACP is huge. And then getting a little ahead of myself, kind of the best practices, think of all those customers you guys have right now, all your single line customers. Anyone who's on a $50 plan, you can offer them ACP and they can have two lines for that exact same $50. Now you can even make more money, because when you do the ACP, you can add protection on there, add that extra $7, which you're going to get paid on adding protection, but two lines for the same price as one by using ACP. I mean, it's the secret sauce, guys. This is the secret sauce that's out there for you. So want to make sure you are fully committed and fully selling this method. All right, so if you don't have ACP, you're not pushing it in your store yet, I'll kind of go over these quickly, because most of you guys should be set up, but just in case we have some newbies on here that haven't sold it before, there's things you're going to need. You're going to need a RAD ID. You're going to need Quest login access. Quest is the application we use. It can be either on Apple or Android. And you have to have a tablet with the Quest app. Now, in this deck, if you want to copy this deck, please reach out to your DCI account manager. I can share this with them. There are hyperlinks in the deck that have the site for the RAD ID website. There are sites for the Quest app, which we just had an updated form of Quest. If you haven't updated that as of August 1st, you want to make sure you have the updated version, because it runs much smoother on iOS and Android. If you don't know your RAD ID, there's a RAD ID approval. And then, of course, just the ACP resources that are out there for you as well. These links are all hyperlinked in the deck. Now, if you are an employee without a Quest ID, you want to follow the onboarding process via the Vault, reach out to your Boost account executive, and they can help step you through that process. Again, I mentioned that Quest app, right? If you don't have it updated by August 1st, make sure you download the app now. I kind of added it in bold here. If you don't have it, I'm sorry, is there any questions? And if you guys have questions, feel free to stop me at any time, guys. But yeah, the camera improvements there is going to make it easier. So you have to take pictures of yourself, pictures of the customer, and their ID. And so those camera improvements make it much better. There's no overlapping, and the pictures are getting improved at a much higher clip. So make sure you have that new link downloaded. If you are getting a new rep trained and they are signed up, or if you are a new rep yourself on this call, make sure you log into the Quest app to validate your access. If you go to Quest and there's a picture of what this is going to look like, you should be able to put your username in and your password in and log in, and make sure you can get in. Every rep at your store should have an access. So what exactly is ACP? ACP stands for the Affordable Connectivity Program. Basically modified and extended the previous EBB program that we had last year, around Thanksgiving and Christmas. where it was emergency broadband benefit. That was an emergency program. It was short term. ACP made it now a long-term program. There was over $14.2 billion dollars. I don't know, million or billion additional funding by Congress. Got to be billion. 14.2 in additional funding by Congress, the Affordable ACP Fund. The $30 per month is the new standard ACP benefit for households. So that's why when I say you can get everything, you can get our $50 plan for only $20. That's exactly what I'm looking at, is that $50 plan, take $30 off of that, and it's $20, right? And that's how this program works. You're basically getting a $30 stipend for your customers every month, which is going to allow you low price phone plans, allow you low price or free hotspot plans, and allow you free tablet plans. If you do happen to be on a tribal land, you get $75 per month. So who qualifies for ACP? Well, there are so many ways to qualify. So that's why if you get someone that doesn't qualify one way, you can try a different way. And I'll go through a few of them real quickly. If the household income is at or below 200% of the federal poverty limit, this was way increased from the EBB program, they're going to qualify. If you have a customer who's in the free or reduced price school lunch program, they will qualify. That's a lot of one people ask, because it's an easy one. Do you get free lunches at school? Yeah, you're going to qualify. Are you in WIC? That's the Women, Infant, Children Nutritional Program, kind of like food stamps, basically. That's new for ACP. Medicaid, SNAP, benefits, SSI, so even your older customers, they're going to qualify as well. Federal Public Housing Assistance, Veteran Pension and Survivor Benefits, as well as Pell Grant recipients. So a lot of ways for customers to qualify. So if they don't qualify for one, you can ask those questions and see if you can get them approved. Again, they can get the hotspot, tablet, or handset, and they can qualify in many different ways. Now, usually when I go to submit an application, I'm going to pick the one that I know that they're good for, because I don't want to confuse it and select, if they're qualified for 2 or 3 of them, I'm probably not going to click 2 or 3. I'm going to click the one, like I would say WIC first, student lunch second, household income third, because on the household income, sometimes it'll just ask for more information like the W-2, which can be a little more complicated for the customer to get, but not always. I've definitely seen examples where they said household income and it just went through with no review. Major key alert: ACP now available on the TN and the BTN network. Guys, the shift is coming. They said by the end of the year, thank goodness, the goal is to have one sales platform. That one sales platform is going to be your BTN network or your Elevate Online network, the black SIM cards that you guys are activating on. Now, we all know there's been issues with that. It continues to get better. It continues to get better. And I'm aware of the issues that you guys are facing. I see it in stores every day. But that's where we're going. And that's being tracked. It's an important measurable. What are you guys activating on the black SIM card network versus the orange SIM card network? And this is the future. By end of year, right? We're already in August. You're going to see major changes probably within the next 60 days. A little sneak peek behind the curtain that this is going to be a huge focus for you guys. So if you're on this call, make sure you're very well versed in this network and you are activating on it for as many customers as possible. So the plans, right? They have I would say if you're selling the phone, yes, they have the $5 phone plan, which again, add $30 to these, right? Because it's $30 discount. So the $5 phone plan is exactly what a customer would get on the $35 plan. They have the $20 phone plan, which is exactly what a customer would get on the $50 plan. Because again, I'm just adding $30 to that price point, and that's the plan. That's the benefits they get. They have a $30 phone plan, which is everything that comes with our $60 plan. Same concept, right? Whatever our plans are, subtract $30 and those are your tiers. So 5, 20, and 30 is equivalent to 35, 50, and 60. Now, major key alert number 2. I mentioned it before. Any customer on a one-line deal who has a plan for $50, ask yourself this question. If a customer came into your store with a $50 plan today, and they wanted to do an add-a-line, that add-a-line would cost how much money? Can anyone answer that? Wasn't for a one-line deal on the $50 plan, they want to add a second line. How much does that second line cost? I'll put it out there to see if I can get a response from anybody.
All right, check your email in like the next 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm about to.
Was that? Did you say $30? Is that what you said? I had a hard time hearing. I turned my volume up, but I think you said this, but I had a hard time hearing. But the answer is, on a normal $50 plan, the second line is going to cost them $30 more, right? So $80 for 2 lines. Now you can take the same customer who's in your store for 1 line. They come in, they pay their bill. You can ask them, do you have SNAP, WIC, Medicaid? Do you qualify for school lunch programs, any veteran assistance? If they do, their bills can still be $50 because you get that $30 discount. You sign up to ACP as a primary, which is only $20. You then convert the existing line to their secondary, which is then $30. And for that same bill they were going to pay, it's that exact same $50. Now they have 2 lines of service instead of 1. Now, I'm going to remind you, make that $57 because you want to put protection on that new line. Value-added services are very important. You can do value-added services on ACP. So technically, will their bill be exactly the same? It should be if you guys are being that true solutions consultant, it should be $7 higher, but that's where you close when you're in store by selling the values of device protection for your customers, right? Covers lost, stolen, destroyed, all that good stuff, pay a small deductible, and you're good to go. On the $60 plan, which is $30 with ACP, your add alliance would be $40. Give me 1 second. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. So the $50 plan, which is $20 with ACP, your add lines are always $30. The $60 plan, it's the same as your add lines today. The primary would be $30 because on ACP, your add lines would be $40. Right? So those are your phone plan options. Then if you do go on the $5 plan, I don't recommend that. I say stick to 20. 20 is your bread and butter. You can go 30 if they want more hotspot, so get 30 gigs instead of 12 gigs. But stick to the 20 as your bread and butter. You can go 60 for sure, but the $35 option, it's just not as profitable, right? The most profit, this is about making money. You want to put them on that 20. You guys should be able to sell that all day. Now, let's say they don't go on the phone plan. Let's say you go a hotspot or a tablet. You can go $0 per month. You just charge them the price of a hotspot and the setup fee, or the price of a tablet and the setup fee. And they will have service for a year on those devices. The major key is to make sure they are utilizing them, and you guys are running like a demo video in store or YouTube video in store so that it shows usage. So
Adam, did you lose it?
cost. Can you hear me okay or no?
Okay, you're back now.
I'm back? Okay. You can hear me? You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the $0 hotspot plan and $0 tablet plan. Now I'm going to tell you guys, focus on this $0 tablet plan. This is, again, third major key. You'll see in a second, there's a SPiff. You guys are making even more money for this $0 tablet plan. Now, I'm going to lead with my phone offer, right? Because I know for sure that customer is going to use their phone every month. What we've seen is a high rate of zero usage or low usage when customers are getting these hotspot plans, because they get them, maybe they use them in store, then they just forget about them. A tablet, that's your bread and butter for sure, because it's school time. They get them for their kids. Their kids need internet usage on a tablet. They're paying you guys $10 for a tablet, $25 for a setup fee, and they're good to go. They got 10 gigs of data every single month. And then if they're home, they can use their Wi-Fi as well. Those tablets you guys should sell all day. And there you'll see in a second, there's a SPiff for the tablets as well. So you guys will make more money. I won't cover the dollar amount because this call is for everybody, But any of the owners out there, reach out to your Boost account executive or your DCI account manager, and we'll let you know about that SPiff. But man, those tablets are such an easy sale. So let's say you get one line, you pitch 2 lines on the phone playing to the customer. They say, no, I don't need the second phone. Very easy pivot. Okay, what if I told you I can get you a tablet? You own this tablet. It's going to cost you $35 out the door today, but you have no monthly bill, and you have service for a year as long as you use it every month. That is the easiest sale you guys will ever have in wireless, and the easiest way to convert a 1-line sale into a 2-line sale. There is also a $20 hotspot plan, which gives them 35 gigs. The Zero gives them 10 gigs on the hotspot, 10 gigs on the tablet. The hotspot plan, there is a $20 plan for 35 gigs. But if you're going there, why not just get them a phone where they have unlimited talk, text, data? That's kind of my feeling on that one. All right, real quickly, the Quest process. You want to make sure that the customer is able to provide all documentation needed before you start the application, which is the last 4 of their social security number, and then their SNAP card, SSI, or Medicaid cards, just in case you need them for any escalation. Everything has to be run in the Quest API process. It's going to minimize duplicates, mixed messes, and pending applications. When you're taking the pictures, make sure you are not taking a picture of the wall or your ceiling. That's one thing they kind of crack down on. It has to be the sales rep picture. So when you're doing the applicant's name and ask for a picture of the sales rep, make sure your picture's in there. And then when the customer has to check their boxes and accept it, make sure you pass the customer and their picture's in there, because these are now all real-time reviews. There was a time that we were selling this and people were just taking a picture of anything, and the government kind of slapped our hands, Boost hands, right, Dish's hands, saying, hey, this is not the way this program works. You guys are gaming the system. So they want to make sure it's legit. So make sure you guys are doing this the right way and you aren't cutting corners. You'll need the customer's ID. And so again, with the updated application, those IDs will come in better quality, so you can get those loaded into that process. So a little different than the phones, right? Because you have to have an ID and you have to have last for the social. There's no credit check on this or anything, but it's just because the government is paying for these benefits for an entire year. That's why it's different than your normal Boost Mobile customer walking into your store. In that real-time review, the applications will get an accuracy test before going to NatVer. Again, has to have that picture of both the customer and the RAD ID representative, so that would be you guys on the sales floor, during the enrollment process with the matching ID. All right. We covered all that, so let's move on. Device pricing. So you guys will notice on the device pricing hot sheet, you can always verify your pricing. They do have the eligible ACP plans. So if you're on there, you look at new customer pricing, new upgrade pricing, report-in pricing. There are those listed for ACP plans. So all your device pricing is always out there at your guys' fingertips using that device hot sheet. All right. Now, we've went over these a little bit of these already, but again, the tips to make that major cash money. I talked about that SPiff. There's a new tablet SPiff that's going on. It started August 2nd. It goes until October 13th. So you have the rest of this month, all of next month, and until October 13th. And what, today's the 9th? So you have over 60 days on this. All Boost Mobile retailers will earn an incentive SPiff for tablet activations on ACP. How that works is the SPiff is paid in month 3. So I'm not giving the details on the amount, but it's paid in month 3. So what's important here? To coach your customers to make sure they use that every single month on Dish's network. So if they take it home and connect it to Wi-Fi, that's fine. But once a month, they need to turn it off the Wi-Fi and at least play a video on Dish's network to show usage that's not on Wi-Fi. In order to make sure those benefits continue for the customer and you guys get that extra SPiff. Every door who sells ACP is eligible. So if you're a PBR, a BR, or an AR, everyone is eligible. It's not just a high cost of market locations. It's everybody, guys. So this is huge. Hotspots and phones are not eligible. This is strictly for the tablets. So this is major key 4. Man, push those tablets, man. There's extra money to be made. Such an easy second sale. Again, I'm always going to go with the phone first, but if they don't go with the phone, then this tablet is an awesome way to make sure you guys are making as much money as possible in your doors. The keys are pretty easy. It's a numbers game. The more you offer to customers, the more you're going to sell. You know, that's kind of anything in sales. It's all about, are you pitching to every customer walking in your door? I've been in a lot of stores, and I'll see, I'll kind of watch the first customer that comes in and say they're just going to pay a bill, and I'll say, how does that representative take care of this customer? Are they clerking a payment? Which you should never clerk a payment. Meaning, this customer come in, hey, I need to pay my bill. Okay, what's your phone number? All right, it's $57. All right, thanks, bye. And send them out the door. That is a huge misuse of your skill set and your location. You want to make sure you're pitching to every customer, and don't give the excuse of, oh, I see this guy every month. I know he doesn't want it. You don't know how your customers' lives change month by month. You know, something could happen. They have a new addition. Whatever the case may be, something can always change. So you want to pitch it every single time a customer comes into your store. Now, I always lead with the phone offer, because you basically, if there are any customers on a $50 plan or a family plan, you can pitch ACP for a very low price. We went kind of in depth on you can get 2 lines for $50 if they're on 1 line. But if they have, 3, 4 lines, it doesn't matter. You can still pitch ACP. And then again, those tablets and hotspots, such an easy way to turn a 1-line sale into a 2-line sale. So I'll give you a few options. So if you have bill payments, upgrades, and walk-ins, again, every customer, every time. That's kind of the theme of this. Pitch ACP every customer, every time. The phrase that pays, did you sign up for your free internet yet as part of the new affordable connectivity program? I'm like, oh, no, what's that? Right? Then that pivots you into that conversation where you can pitch the hotspot, the tablet, or the internet on their phone. The tablet pitch is pretty simple. So let's say they come into your door, you sign up for your free internet as part of the affordable connectivity program. I don't know what's that. Well, I'll tell you, for only $35 today, I can hook you up with a tablet that's normally $130, and it's going to give you free unlimited monthly service if you qualify. And what's the math on that? The tablet is $10, setup fee is $25, and the monthly service is $0 per month. So $35 a month, they want a tablet with internet service. That's such a low cost. I mean, you're going to sell these all day. Good news, there's no issues with inventory. So we got them in stock, guys. So hammer those tablets. On the phone pitch, you can give the customer, for only $50 today, I can hook you up with a Moto G Pure that's normally $130 and includes unlimited service with talk, text, and data. And that for the phone, it's going to be as low as free if it's qualified port-in, and then your $25 setup fee, or they pay for the phone and the setup fee, right? If it's a BYOD, great news, I can activate this existing device on an awesome free monthly plan with a new number for someone in your household. So it doesn't matter where they're coming in or what their issue is. There's a pitch for everybody. For a hotspot, for only $50 total today, I can hook you up with a mobile hotspot device that gives you Wi-Fi on the go and includes free monthly service if you qualify. Again, you charge them $25 for the hotspot, $25 for the setup fee, and then they pay $0 per month. So it doesn't matter what scenario you're looking at, you guys should be able to crank these ACPs out. Now there's a 3 for $60 plan out there. So if you have a customer that maybe has 1 line on the $50 plan, you could pitch, what if I told you for only $10 more per month, I can hook you up with 2 more lines of service with unlimited talk, text, and data. All I have to do is get you qualified for our ACP program. So those customers are paying $50 for line 1 and then get 3 for $60. That's a no-brainer, right? So how does that work? The qualified customer has to activate the new reporting number on the 3 for $60 plan with the promo code, which again has to be the primary number. The ACP is primary. Lines 2 and 3 can be new or existing, doesn't matter. Linked through the $50 plan. The customer pays $6 for the service plan. At the out-of-pocket is $6 for the plan. Line 1 and line 3 device cost, and then add-on, so like insurance or anything like that. And then your setup fee for the 2 extra phones, $25 plus $15, so that's an extra $40. If it's a customer who has 2 lines for $50 and you're pitching them the 3 lines for $60, you'd make that $50 payment to the primary line, as long as it's not their bill date. If their bills due that day, then you're going to add the $30 to the primary line. But if their bill's not due that day, you add $50 to the primary line, restart service to the customer's current MRC, activate the secondary line on $50 unlimited plan, link the secondary to the primary, and then boom, $50 out of pocket for the plan, $50 setup fee, then device cost for the second line. Within 72 hours, a primary line will be migrated to that $20 ACP with a normal add line. No need to call care there. What to do when the primary line does not qualify for ACP, right? So let's say you pitch this to a customer and they say no. The pitch is easy pivot there, right? Unfortunately, I was not able to get you qualified for the ACP program today, but do you have anyone in your household who's on one of these qualifying programs, SNAP, WIC, Medicaid, food stamps? I can get them set up with this deal today. Let's call right now if I can get them to come in, right? So if they have a friend or family member who qualifies, then you could kind of combine those accounts. That's an option for you guys as well. And then new customers switching from a competitor, you can also offer that 3 for 60 pitch. If they're porting over, if it's a qualified ACP customer and they activate on 3 for 60, they pay the $6 for the service, out of pocket $60 for the plan, plus $55 for the setup fees, and then the device cost for those customers as well. So in other words, guys, there's so many ways to make this work. It's such a huge opportunity, and we have room to improve. We have an opportunity with ACP. I'll tell you that right now. When you look at all the DDPs out there and all our doors and how are we doing with ACP, we have room to improve. Let's put it that way. And so if it's a training issue, we'll come in your store, we'll train you, we'll have booths retrain you. But guys, this is easy money at your fingertips. So I want to make sure you're taking advantage of it, making the most money for your stores, and making the most best deals for your customers. All right. There's also a link to all the resources in here. So the ACP resources in the sales portal, the RADID website, NatVer website, Mario's help, real-time dealer support numbers I have included in this deck as well. So again, if you want a copy, just please reach out to your DCI account manager and I'll send this out. But that is all I have for you guys today. So I will open it up. Are there any questions? No questions? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for hopping on the call. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon.